Hello.
Hello.
I'm very grateful I have a voice this week. I can talk out loud.
That's a good thing.
It's very exciting.
Try
Good
not to
evening.
yell at anybody.
Evening.
So there were about 3 days last week that I had just 2 days of whispering and 3 days of just absolutely no sound at all.
All right, what's up, everyone?
Hello.
Wait a few minutes to see if we get a couple more. All right, you want to go ahead and get started? So I think we actually don't have anything in particular on the agenda today. So I think the thing that can get auto promoted, aside from having to open the floor for general discussion, is potentially we can move this to every other week if that's something that people are interested in. Originally, we were doing every week just because there was we're trying to move quickly on some stuff that was like the original GitHub actions versus Jenkins versus other CI options. But yeah, I think we've gotten to a good place now where we have an established proposals process, and if things are time sensitive, it seems like people know the right channels to go through to get things prioritized. So yeah, that's something we can consider. Is there, yeah, so I guess we can start with that. Is there interest in keeping it at 1 week or like as a weekly meeting or not? Yeah, go ahead and open it up.
I'm
I
okay with
think,
2 weeks. Yeah.
I think Pravi and I will be very happy to have a Monday evening quite free.
Cool. That sounds good. Then we can start by taking next week off. So yeah, that works. Other than that, are there any general topics that want to bring up, either to discuss specifically or to like bring attention to for like future discussions? Yeah, I think the last thing that we can talk about here in a bit is any updates from the semantic commits. But yeah, any general topics or discussion points?
I think it's not something we should go into depth on here, but in our purview is the health of the community, experience and commit process, etc. And just noting how broken we've been for a couple of weeks here, or maybe a week. I don't know, week or two with a series of changes that may have broken things a bit. The ability to run tests and builds and whatnot, and CI health. So, I think we're working on those, but it's just And I think there's going to be hopefully some preventative maintenance landing soon in the new CI world. But
Well, I can definitely say that I saw in channel that there was a problem with the Jenkins system over the weekend. I'm assuming that's the Freedom Fi one because it was definitely not the LF Jenkins one. We won't run into those particular problems that one was. Apparently it was an out of disk error. We have extreme monitoring on our Jenkins systems. We haven't had an out of disk error on any of our Jenkins in over 6 years.
I wasn't referencing, if you thought, I wasn't referencing Jenkins, and this was actually just that our core build seems fairly unhealthy right now. Some changes have maybe pushed build times out. There was one of the changes negated one of our test suites, for instance, for some period of time. So anyway, it's been, I think, it's been bumpy for others, and it's been bumpy for me. I think it's been bumpy for Murray. So anyway, and it's an interesting challenge because if somebody's PR removes tests, which is what happened for one instance, like how do you test for that, right? Because it's like, well, they got removed and they pass, you know? So yeah, but.
Sounds good. Yeah, definitely something to keep our eye on, and we can sort of just like background chat about and try and eventually come to some sort of, if we have something concrete.
In my mind, it's just kind of more evidence in the back of my head that CMake is the devil, but
You would not be the first one to say that.
But anyway, yeah, probably a topic for another time, but just bring awareness that things have been pretty bumpy. And
cool. So yeah, then I think the last thing we can do, and then we can end early and give everyone some time back, is as far as the semantic commits, Pravin, I saw that you posted that message last week to the dev channel or something similar, and didn't see that anyone was opposed. Did you receive any feedback on that?
Yeah, I got few minor comments, but overall I think it's ready. So I'll post the PR again, the one that we closed earlier, and with some modifications according to the comments that I received so far. And then we can probably get it merged this week as a recommendation, and we can make it we can start the validations maybe after post GA.
Cool, sounds good. That works. All right. Anything else before we call it a day? All right, awesome. Thanks, y'all. See you in 2 weeks.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.